Hello, Denver, and hello to all the ACES attendees. My name is John Sommers-Flanagan, and I apologize for not being able to make it to the conference. Although I am also extremely grateful to Adrian and Lillian for taking care of this presentation, and I have 100% confidence in their ability to do it extremely well. So thank you, Adrian and Lillian. One of the things I'm presenting on is called Three Good Things. Three Good Things was invented in the late 1990s by a man named Martin Seligman. Seligman, as many of you know, is one of the beginning forces in the field of positive psychology. Before I tell you about Three Good Things, let me just ask you this. How many of you, when you lie down to go to sleep at night, find yourselves thinking about the highlights of what happened the previous day? Now, that might have happened last night because maybe you had lots of highlights on your Saturday at ACES. How many of you also think in eager and positive anticipation and expectation about what's going to happen the next day? My guess is that it's pretty unusual for most of us when we try to go to sleep at night to have our brains filled with positive recollections of the day before or positive anticipation of the next day. More likely, we have a negative review or an anxiety-filled preview for the next day. And so Three Good Things is a technique that Seligman developed in order to help people deal with that natural process of having a challenge, going to sleep, and usually ruminating on negative, bad things that had happened the previous day or things that we anticipate might go wrong the next day. Three Good Things basically involves, before you go to bed each night, identify three good things. Now, he also said you could call it three blessings, and I know many people hate the word good, and that's okay. You don't have to use it. You could just say three nice things or three things that weren't terrible. Whatever or however you would like to phrase it. Maybe even more important would be three meaningful things. That might be even a better fit for most of us. And so identify three positive, good, meaningful things as you lie down to go to sleep. And then, and this is the important part, ask yourself why. Why did these three things happen? Now, I think that's the reason why this particular technique is now referred to as evidence-based in alleviating negative mood, and also to some extent even in the treatment of depression. It's a simple technique. Seligman says if you do it for a week, you're going to want to keep doing it for the rest of your life. I think he is a little bit simplistic in the way that he thinks about it. And yet I think the reason it works is because it gives our brain something positive to ruminate on. And our brains are naturally problem-solving oriented. And so when we have something positive to ruminate on or a positive problem to solve, like why did those three good things happen, sometimes it can keep us busy with something that's more pleasant. I have always thought, or I had always thought, that Three Good Things was pretty stupid, that I didn't really like it. I thought it was hokey. I would try it, but I'm the kind of person who goes to sleep really quickly. It never really seemed meaningful to me. And then I decided, because I also am the kind of person who sometimes wakes up at 3 or 4 in the morning and I'm awake for a while. And when I'm awake for a while at those points in the night, I have these incredibly depressive thoughts. They're bad, they're sad, they're horrible. I start to think about how maybe I am the person who's responsible for all the horrible things in the world. And in fact, there are many horrible things in the world to think about and to ponder on, and to ruminate about. So at 3 or 4 in the morning when I wake up now, I have given myself the assignment to do three good things. It is not perfect, but I have to say, it is so much better than the bad, sad, and terrible, painful thoughts that I might be thinking otherwise. And sometimes those hard or bad thoughts slip in anyway, but I also have an assignment to come back to, and I come back to What happened the day before that I might categorize as good or better or okay or meaningful? And so I encourage you to use three good things in whatever way seems to work for you. You could use it as you go to sleep. You could use it if you wake up in the night. You can use it anytime. In fact, right now, I'd like you to take 30 seconds and just remember three good things from yesterday and consider for a moment, why did those three things happen? Thanks for listening. I will be back.